family.
Okay, so who wants to put the flag in? I did?
Yeah. Why don't you put it in?
Okay, can you hold it?
Hold it till it's time.
You will assist. We don't have to place them there either. This is his son. Okay, thank you all for coming to Sherman Wheeler's gravesite. Again, our purpose is to honor Mr. Sherman Wheeler as the very first lighthouse keeper at Tawas Point. At that time it was called Ottawa Point. We also remember him for his diligent work in the United States Lighthouse Service. And we are again fortunate to have Sherman Wheeler buried here in Iosco County so that we can honor him. We will have the posting of colors. Thank you, gentlemen. And again, we will read the legend of the lighthouse. Have you still got your folders? Oh,
Beautiful, this beam of light we see along the shore, the lighthouse tower standing proud above the ocean's roar. O beacon bright, your shining light once guided those at sea. The lighthouse tall protected us all, then fell to destiny. So now we all must keepers be, protect and save each one. They are a part of history, and though their work is done, the stories told to young and old will guide us come what may. Through darkest night to morning light, the lighthouse shows the way.
So let me introduce you to Mr. Sherman Wheeler. The federal government appropriated $5,000 for the construction of a much-needed lighthouse on Ottawa Point on Tawas Bay in 1850. The 45-foot tall tower and a small 1.5-story keeper's dwelling were finished on October 31st in 1852. They were the first permanent structures to be built on Tawas Bay. The decision was made to light the lantern at the opening of the 1853 shipping season. Sherman Wheeler, an Iosco County farmer, was appointed the first keeper of the Ottawa Point Light by the newly created Federal Lighthouse Board. There were no written instructions outlining his duties, and he received very little training. The three requirements for being a lighthouse keeper at that time was the ability to read and write and the ability to use tools to make repairs. Hopefully, he was instructed concerning the lighting of the Lewis lamps, a set of lamps and reflectors to provide the light in the tower. We know more about his wife Hannah, who was a widow from Macomb County, who came to Tawas Bay to visit her father and her brother, who were spending the summer fishing. At the end of the summer, she packed up her trunk to return home to Macomb County. Hannah had to wait a month for a ride on a southbound sailing ship. And while she was waiting, she met Sherman Wheeler, the newly appointed Ottawa Point Lighthouse keeper. The story has it Sherman found her sitting on her trunk at a dock. A brief courtship resulted in marriage, and Hannah and Sherman moved into the new keeper's dwelling. Author and Iosco County historian Edna May Otis states, theirs was the first romance among white people on Tawas Bay ever recorded. I think they need a nice little heart stone for the first romance on Tawas Bay. Local history states that Hannah knew the Chippewa chief, Chief Tawas, personally, and he was a frequent visitor to the lighthouse and a frequent dinner guest. The Wheelers kept the Ottawa Point Light from 1853 until 1857, and then returned to farming in Alabaster Township. They had two sons, Albert Sherman Wheeler from 1858 to 1926, and Albert is buried there, and Henry Lewis Wheeler, who died at the age of 17, and Henry is buried near his parents. Both of the boys were born in Alabaster. Sherman was born in 1811 in Vermont, but we don't know how he happened to get from Vermont to Alabaster Township in Iosco County, but we're awfully glad he did. We do not have any family here to provide some remarks, but we will now unveil the United States Lighthouse Service plaque. And again, it is our privilege to place this plaque at the gravesite of Sherman Wheeler. Guess now comes the fight. We will now retire the colors. And we will finish with our Lightkeeper's Prayer. The Lord
is my pilot, I shall not drift. He lighteth me across the deep waters. He leadeth me in dark channels. He keepeth my log. Yea, though I sail mid the thunders and tempests of life, I shall not dread danger, for thou art with me. Thy love and thy care, they shelter me. Thou preparest a harbor before me, and home. Thou anointest the waves with oil. My ship rideth calmly. Surely sunlight and starlight shall light me in the voyage I take. I will rest in the port of my God forever.
Thank you so much for coming to honor Sherman Wheeler. Yeah, can we get a picture?